What's up, YouTube? So today I got this load, it's a real short load, going to Houston, Texas, and I'm in San Antonio right now. And it's a little weird because this place that I'm at is called a marshalling yard. I never picked up or dealt with a marshalling yard before, so the guy told me, kind of gave me a little rundown. So basically I got here to this lot. It's a big old lot full of trailers, and there's no building here or anything. It's just like a yard full of trailers. And so I gotta sit here. I checked in with the lady at that little booth over there, the little guard shack, and so I gave all my information or whatever. And so now I have to sit here and wait for a text message from, I guess, the guy that's at the actual place that I'm going to let me know when I can come over. And the place is about 14 minutes from here. So apparently I'm picking up some event equipment, and it's like, well, it's at a convention. The stuff is at a convention, and I guess the convention is over, and so I'm going to pick up the equipment or the whatever they had over there at the convention and taking it back to Houston. So I've picked up from events or for events before, and it's always something weird about it. So I'm not kind of looking forward to this, because the pickup, like the last time, I had to pick up in the middle of a parking lot outside of the convention center, and it was weird getting to the place. It was weird navigating through the parking lot because it's not really made for trucks, of course. So you had to kind of navigate through quite a few obstacles just to get to this parking lot. So I'm hoping this ain't like that. I looked at the place on the map and it doesn't look too bad. So hopefully it's not as bad as the last place. The only thing about this though is the broker told me that it could be a long wait or it could be a short wait. You just never can tell. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping and praying that this don't take all day to get loaded, especially with it only going to Houston, which is only about a 2.5-3 hour drive. So I'm ready to get rolling because I live in Houston. So, you know, I get to go home because the load don't deliver till tomorrow. So the earlier, or sooner I should say, sooner I get back to Houston, the more time I'll have at home to chill with the fam before I got to get up in the morning and deliver this load. So guess I'm just gonna sit here and see, you know, how long it take. Right now it's 11:13. I've been here for about 15-20 minutes already, so we'll see. But I'll be back once I get rolling over to the convention center, so y'all can ride with me over there. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back, y'all. Apparently the load that I was talking to y'all about earlier at the event space to get the event equipment, they canceled on me. So I was trying to find something else, but this stage of the game on a Friday, it wasn't much on there but a bunch of scraps. So I figured I'd have better luck just getting some out of Houston tomorrow or even later tonight. So I'm just gonna deadhead back to Houston, since that's where I live anyway, and hit the reset button, see the family, take a shower, all that good stuff, and then see if I can find something picking up tonight or first thing in the morning. But you know, these things can be a little tricky sometimes. It just pisses me off. Now, if you call them and cancel, they be having a damn heart attack, but they don't feel nothing when they call you and cancel. But I'm gonna tell y'all how it went down when he called. But let me get this fuel first. So I'm back, guys. So yeah, the broker called, well, not the broker, the guy at the place where I was picking up the event equipment from. He called and was like, yeah, I'm not sure if anybody called you and told you, but we had another truck come in this morning and he took everything. I'm guessing they booked you as like an overflow or backup just in case. Well, he took everything, so we don't have use for another trailer. And so I'm like, so the load is canceled? He's like, yeah, it's canceled. You can call whoever and, you know, let them know or whatever, blah blah blah, and let them know that we canceled it. But yeah, we don't need another truck and trailer. Everything has been picked up already from the truck from early this morning. So I'm like, okay. So I called a broker, and the guy specifically that I talked to yesterday, who I booked the load with, they said he was off for the day. And so they was like, you know, let me get somebody who can help you. So the guy gets on the phone and I tell him what the guy said. And he's like, oh, I don't believe, I highly doubt is what he said. I highly doubt that that's the case. I mean, this is a marshalling yard. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, well, who did you talk to? And so I'm like, well, the guy's name was Casey. Casey from the marshalling yard is who called me. He's like, well, let me call him and call around and see what's going on, because I just highly doubt that there should be something to pick up. And he's like, just if you can be patient, let me make a call and I'll call you right back. So I'm like, okay. I get off the phone and I'm thinking to myself, what you mean you highly doubt it? The man called and said that it was canceled. What's the doubt? Like, you think I'm calling you and I'm making this shit up? Like, I'm like, okay. So yeah, I'm a little low-key offended that you talking about you highly doubt what I'm telling you. Like, what purpose would I have to call you and tell you that the load was canceled if it really wasn't canceled? Like, I'm the one that's getting stuck out here because I booked this load and now it's canceled and don't have nothing else. So I'm waiting, and this is all after I sat there. Initially, from when I first got there, I checked in at what, 10:45. They didn't call me till a little after 12 to tell me that the load was canceled. So I have been sitting there all this time. Whereas if they had called me sooner, I possibly could have, you know, immediately jumped on something. But you know, 12 o'clock come and it's not much to choose from on the load board on a Friday afternoon. So in any case, I'm waiting. After I done already waited to be told it was canceled, I waited some more. So he's like, he gonna call me right back, but the dude didn't call me right back. So after about 30 minutes, I don't even know if it was 30 minutes, it might have been about 20 minutes, he didn't call. So I called the number back. So then it's got me on hold, talking about I'm the 8th caller in line. I'm like, come on. So I'm scrolling through the load board trying to find me something while I'm on the phone with him, because I want to make sure that it's confirmed that the load has in fact been canceled. Because since he didn't seem to believe it, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he knows something I don't know. So I'm on the phone with him, calling. I mean, well, waiting. And I'm slowly moving up in the queue. So as I'm on hold, I get another call, and they like, yeah, I don't know if anybody told you, but the load was canceled. They did pay a TONU. which of $150, which is a truck not in use. So basically they paid me $150 just to show up. It's pretty much what that was. And they so yeah, so I'm like, okay, cool. So now that I didn't confirm that the load is, so well, first of all, I click back over and I'm still on hold with the broker. Luckily, my office called to tell me, I guess they must have called them. They didn't call me, which doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't call me directly. But nonetheless, so at that point, now it's, after all this time of waiting, now it's after 1 o'clock, going on 2 o'clock. It's not really much on the load board but a bunch of scraps. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff that serve me no purpose, meaning like it's loads that we're picking up today, which is a Friday, not delivering till Monday, and it's paying $500 going a gazillion miles. So you end up paying more in fuel than what you're getting paid for the load. So that's pretty much what is left on the board. Or it's a few hazmat loads, which I don't have my hazmat. I keep saying I'm gonna get it, but I don't have hazmat, so I can't choose those. Or it's just something going too far in general. I don't mind going further out, but the problem is I booked the load for Monday out of Houston because, you know, I had this whole plan. I had that load to pick up that was gonna take me to Houston, and then I was gonna try to, you know, just do a couple local loads around Houston to get me through till Monday. Well, now since that load canceled, I'm stuck with nothing until Monday, unless I find something between, you know, tonight and tomorrow morning, some little local runs that I can do. So I'm a little frustrated about that because that just kind of ruined my whole weekend. But, you know, it is what it is. That's the name of the game these days. So at the moment, I'm just going back to Houston right now. I'm deadheading, which I hate to do because, you know, the fuel is coming out of my pocket, and I hate to deadhead all the way to Houston from San Antonio. It's not that far of a drive, but it's just the point that I had to put fuel in the truck to get to Houston without being under a load to cover the fuel cost. This is coming straight out of my pocket, so I only put about, as you probably saw, about $155. I figured, per my calculations, that's enough to get, you know, to get me home. And then once I get home, which I should be home in the next hour and 45 minutes or so, I can look for something that maybe I can pick up, because the plan is, even if I can find something that pickups late tonight, that'll be fine too. Pick it up late tonight, deliver it tomorrow morning, and then find something tomorrow, delivering Sunday, and then pick up something Sunday, bringing me back to Houston. All of this needs to be within Texas, or maybe Texas, Louisiana, or a little bit of Oklahoma, but I can't go any further than that because I got this load to pick up on Monday. So we'll see how that go. I'll keep y'all updated and let you know how it all works out. Okay, y'all, so I'm almost to my little parking spot. I park down the road from my house. It's about, I guess, about 2 or 3 miles away from where I live. And so it's a little side street in the neighborhood where a lot of trucks park.
On the right toward Jones Road.
And so that's where I'm headed right now. And so I pulled over a couple times to look at the load board to see if anything had changed, and it hadn't really changed. So it's a good chance I'm probably gonna be home for the weekend, which is not a bad thing. It's just, you know, them wheels ain't turning, you ain't making no money, and right now is not the time to be sitting around chilling. But maybe it's God's way of telling me you need to take a break and sit your butt down somewhere for a couple days, because I have been just going and going and going and going. So guess this is the break I didn't know I needed. That's what it seemed like this finna turn into. But I mean, I'm gonna keep looking at the load board and kind of see how it go. See what pop up. See what I can come up
Take
with.
the exit on the right. toward West
Otherwise, I won't be rolling again until Monday morning, which is a pretty good load. It's like 7 stops, but it's all in Dallas. So I pick up the load in Houston. Out here in Houston, it's firewood, and then you go to different Lowe's locations. So I'll be picking up from Houston and then taking it up to Dallas, and it'll be like 7 different Lowe's stores in the Dallas area, and all the stops are like within 20 minutes of each other. So that I've done that load for this same broker now probably about 4 or 5 times. He's pretty cool, and it's I mean, it's easy work. Typically they get you unloaded pretty quick, so I'll pull up to a Lowe's, go right into the dock. You don't have to ask which dock to pull into. You just pull into any empty dock or back into any empty dock, and then you go inside, they offload whatever's theirs, and then you're done. You go to the next store. So I'm usually not at a store longer than 15 minutes, and that's a lot. I mean, it may be 10 minutes. It's usually pretty quick. And then you do it like a 10 to 20 minute drive to the next store, and so you can get the 7 stops done in a day. But since I'm coming from Houston to Dallas, I probably will only be able to get, like, because they receiving hours stops at 4, so I probably won't be able to get to all of them on Monday. I'll probably be able to get like 3 or 4 done on Monday, and then get up Tuesday and knock out the rest of them, and then move on to the next load. So I will get back with y'all if I do end up with a load this weekend, and if not, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember, you are your superpower. Nobody is you.